All right, we're all good.
All right, great. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Jason High. I am the academic videographer in the Division of Extended Learning here at SUNY Oswego. And today I'm going to talk to you about a tool that you may not know we have on campus. It's called the Lightboard. It's kind of like a whiteboard, but it's glass. And as you can see, you can create a lesson or a topic within a course that you may want to discuss a little more in depth, or maybe that students aren't grasping. It just gives you a more visual way to teach that topic to students. I've been in television news 19 years prior to being here on campus for 7 years. So I've been in a visual medium for 26 years, and it's just something that would really help me as a student to visually see maybe something that I'm not grasping, or maybe something that's just text-based in a textbook or online in the course platform that I may not be just grasping. So this will be a great tool for any faculty on campus to use and to really maybe get that point across for students who aren't grasping. And why that's not, I'm sorry guys, I just lost my slides. There we go, sorry. For some reason the space bar wasn't working. So how does the Lightboard illuminate what I write? Well, as you can see in this picture, there is,
Could you share the screen again?
oh, sure, sorry.
Sorry.
There we go.
Perfect.
There we are. Well, in the previous slide, you can see there was an LED light that will illuminate whatever you write on the Lightboard, right? So there's also a dimmer associated with that light. So you can make it a little bit brighter or a little bit dimmer, depending on what color you use. We'll get into what you write with in a little bit. So what do you write with here? As you can see, there's kind of like some markers that are associated with this with the Lightboard that you just can't buy at a local off supply store. It specifically came with the unit when we purchased it. There's neon colors. There's 4 or 5 different colors that came in a pack that will highlight your content. I couldn't start this presentation without putting a little dad joke in there. Like I said, the LED light board around the inner border of the light board makes your lesson easier to read for students. So I'm 6'4", and I like to have all my content or anything that I do, even my monitors, in my desk at eye level. The beauty of this unit is that you can adjust for height. A faculty member comes in and works with me on a project. Maybe they are 5'1", 5'2". There's a pedestal button on the table that's illuminated right below the light board there that you can see that will adjust for height. Kind of like some of the new modern desks we have on campus. Some people like to stand at their desk and they can pedestal the whole desk up to make it more eye level. This has a very similar function. So what about cleanup? I have some terry cloths with a specific spray for the glass that we use in between lessons that I will take care of. When you're done with your lesson, I will just spray it, wipe it, and I take an additional cloth that's dry, clear it, and clean that off. So it's kind of a 2-step process. Whether you're done completely for the day after doing one lesson with myself, or if you prefer to do multiple lessons with myself, we'll just clean it in between, get rid of the streaks, make it a nice clean surface for your next lesson. As I mentioned, can I record multiple videos during our session? Absolutely. I can book a session that's maybe an hour long, maybe a little bit more, depending on how much content you may have. And we can go ahead and record multiple sessions, multiple videos. Where would we record these Lightboard videos? Currently, the unit is stored in Lanigan Hall in Television Studio A. It's currently behind a curtain that they use for different television productions. It's a space that the students use each semester. But it's currently stored away, but it's easy to just roll out. It comes on wheels. Just unlock the wheels, slide it out to wherever you'd like. And we can just start our process and start our videos that we need to be shooting that day. As you can see in the previous slide, that was Sarah Bonzo in the School of Business. We record all your videos in front of a green screen. I don't like to have, I would never just leave it up, because as on that green screen, whatever lesson you're planning on teaching, the letters or the words, it will not show properly. So what I do is I'll key that out in post-production, and the letters and the words will illuminate. In fact, I have a video clip from that shoot that I did with Sarah. It's her teaching her students the critical path method, and I'd like to play that video now. It's just 90 seconds. It's very quick.
And here, we always want to, when we do the forward pass, we're going to be filling out the top 2 quadrants here in each node, and we're going to use a max rule to help us fill out these top 2 quadrants. This is going to be the earliest time, or the earliest start time of this activity, and this is going to be the earliest possible time we can finish this activity. So let's walk through this. This will make more sense once we actually walk through it. So here, activity A, this is going to start at time 0. So it starts at time 0, and then we know it's going to take about 4 months to complete this activity. So we just do 0 plus 4, and we put a 4 in here. The earliest time we can start activity A is at time 0. The earliest possible time we can finish it is going to be at 4 months. So now we know again that B and C cannot start until A is complete. So we're going to bring that 4 months right over here, because we know that B can't start until A is complete. So the earliest possible time we could start activity B is going to be 4 months. We add the duration for this activity, which is 3 months, and that's going to give us a 7 here, which is the earliest possible time we could finish activity B. And we're going to pull this 4 over here to activity C as well, plus 6. The earliest time we could finish activity C is going to be at 10 months.
So one interesting thing about shooting these videos is that when I'm recording them, and I'm glad this image popped up, everything is reversed to me. So it's kind of like a similar when an ambulance or an emergency vehicle comes behind you, the words on the front of their vehicle are reversed. But when it's reflected off your rearview mirror and you see that vehicle coming behind you, everything's flipped. So what it does here is everything is backwards to me as the viewer. But what I do in post-production, in Premiere Pro, which all these videos will be edited there, is use an effect called a horizontal flip. So it'll take that image and literally flip it around so the viewers will see everything clearly when they're done. It's kind of an interesting thing. I mean to. There we go. So who would edit these Lightboard videos when it's all said and done? That would be me. We would work closely together as a team. I would set up some studio time either through Sean or Pat. They oversee all television studios in Lanigan. I've worked with them in the 7 years I've been here. I've worked with them many, many, many times, reserving space. We always work around student schedules. When they're in there for their shoots, I don't like to impede on them. They're here to learn. It's really theirs. I am more of a, I kind of like to just, I'm losing my train of thought. I apologize. But I like to work around their schedule, basically, is what I'm trying to say. How do I go about scheduling time? Again, you'll go through me. And here is the Google form that you can either scan now or I can send it to you post-production. The QR code is a Google form that it's just a brief 5-question survey, name, email, and the videos that you'd like to shoot. Just kind of gives me an idea, and I can share that information with Sean and Pat in Lanigan Hall. And if there's any other questions, that is currently the end of my presentation. And here is the slide presentation QR code as well. If you'd like to review the slides or get some more information from them, or if you have any other questions, again, it's just jason.hy@oswego.edu. And thanks everybody for your time today.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
Thank
Jay, I
you.
know that, oh,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Doug.
Jay, I know there's a few well-known YouTubers in education that use this. Are there any that you are familiar with off the top of your head that people might be able to look at to get an idea of really, if you get good with this, the kind of things you can pull off?
When we researched this, when we got the IITG grant to purchase this, I looked at a few from Ohio State, and they were very polished. They were literally just like Sarah's, just to kind of get an idea of, hey, what is the Lightboard? And I had to do my research, and how can faculty use it? If anybody wanted to see more of a non-SUNY Oswego product, I can certainly take the time and pull some clips and share them with you.
Mostly all I'm thinking is that, as with most things, you start at a relatively basic level of competence, but it's kind of neat to know, well, if you stick with this, here's some of the high-end stuff that you can do.
I have seen other presentations where there is video clips in certain, maybe in a dead space of a presentation, or if they're referring to police, and I can also put in clips or maybe still images that you'd like to provide, as well as the text content that you're writing on the Lightboard, just to enhance and make it a little more visual element for the students.
Yeah, okay, and that's all I was looking at. That is just that I think it's good for faculty to be aware of that. There's a huge amount of growth potential in using this as you get more comfortable with it, and
Absolutely.
also that you're able to, as the campus videographer, to support them in those efforts.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In general, though, this is not used for really high-end video production. It's basically the equivalent of writing on a whiteboard in class. It just looks nicer than a recording of someone doing it on a whiteboard.
It certainly does. My job responsibilities primarily are for smaller videos, course introductions, bios with faculty for their online courses. However, this is more of a lesson-based thing. This would be a longer format video that we would produce together. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 15 minutes. However long the faculty member takes to feel comfortable getting their point across to the students, this is the kind of video that would be perfect for that.
Some other examples are the Cornell MOOC on implicit teaching, where they use this, and Jody Beggs has used this a few times in some of her videos in economics.
Excellent.
So anyways, thanks a lot again for your time and working on this.
Thank you, Doug, and thank you everybody for attending today. I really appreciate
Thanks
it.
so much.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Bye bye.